Thank you, Emily. Other news, we're following major developments tonight in the classified documents case against former President Donald Trump.
New indictments have been handed down against Trump and the head of maintenance at his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida.
Scott Schneider joins us now live in studio. Scott.
Corey and Don, tonight the government slapped Donald Trump with a superseding indictment in the documents case set to go to trial in Florida next May. In it, the government accuses Trump, along with former aide Walt Nauta, of obstruction of justice for allegedly attempting to destroy surveillance video at the Mar-a-Lago resort.
These people are not going to take it any longer.
Today, on a day when Donald Trump's legal team was meeting with special counsel to discuss the investigation into whether the former president will be charged with attempting to overturn the results of the 2020 election, tonight the government hit Trump with a new indictment in the classified documents case in Florida, which is scheduled to go on trial in May of next year. Fox 32 legal analyst Karen Conti says today's action likely reveals weakness in the defense's case.
There's a new defendant here, and the chances are when you have more defendants in a case that there is inconsistent testimony. One person is saying one thing, another person is saying another thing.
That new defendant, Carlos de Oliveira, the head of maintenance at Mar-a-Lago, who, according to the government, conspired with Trump to obstruct the grand jury's subpoena demanding the return of the documents and made false statements to investigators. Conti argues the more defendants prosecutors have in their sights, the more likely someone will be willing to turn on someone else.
It really does incentivize people to flip. And Mr. de Oliveira might be a loyal employee, and so may Mr. Nauta. But when faced with 10 years in jail and missing their families and their children, they might just decide to jump off this boat.
Trump's legal team has argued from the beginning that the trial date set for May of next year was unreasonable given the coming presidential election. The timing of this latest indictment might actually give Trump some wiggle room.
Now with this new evidence, which is very important, they are now going to need to do all kinds of preparation, and that would extend this trial date. Probably they're going to argue past the election day.
Now, I spoke with a former federal prosecutor today who told me the grand jury considering whether or not to indict Trump for allegedly trying to overturn the 2020 election may have already made their decision and sealed it, meaning yet another arrest warrant could be issued for Donald Trump in the coming days. Dawn?